ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another casting of Premium Starcraft, and today we have, as the Zerg player, Acer's Nerchio. I hope I'm saying that right. Um, don't really know a lot about this player, but I guess it's time to learn since he made it onto my casting, and I took this game from the Acer Team Story Cup, so this is bound to be a good game. I know he's a Grandmaster League player from his portrait, so hopefully we see a lot of good stuff out of him. And he signed to Acer, so got to be good. He's going to be going against Millenium's Feast, so hopefully the Protoss, is definitely going to be a, not tossing any salad. Protoss. Anyway, so this map is going to be Daybreak. I believe League Edition. I don't know if it's LE or not. But on the bottom, we do see the natural is going to be a little bit more difficult to wall in. I guess for the Protoss player, if it was to wall in, just because this is a pretty large gap, not a little slightly larger than one that you would see on any other map for the natural, and the third base, depending on which one you take. This one, well, I guess this is really your only option, is very, very extended from your natural and your main base, making it much harder to defend. It makes it easier for you to get your army out of position. We do have a giant ramp over here. We have a lot of airspace over here in this area, and the third base is susceptible to ground attacks over here in this gigantic passway, which really just opens it right up. So this is going to be something that's definitely going to be a little bit more difficult to guard. So we're going to probably, once the third bases go down, that's when we're going to see some major conflicts be going down as well. We do have the expansion going down for both players right now. It looks like the Feast is going for the Forge and the fast expansion, where Nerchio is going for his expansion as well. We got a couple of Zerglings coming out. Oh my God, jeez! I was just about to zoom in, and an Overlord just pops out right into the screen and just, ugh! Oh my gosh, look at that! You happy? You happy with yourself? They never look directly at you. You know, I feel like every time I look at an Overlord, it's always going away from me, like it's very shameful, or just doesn't want to deal with me or something like that. My feelings are hurt. This one, oh, I gotta stop. All right. Anyway, we do have the Zerglings getting a little bit of map control. We have the drone who's going to be looking for a chance to expand over here, and we are going to see a third base going down, which is definitely going to be susceptible to any kind of pressure. We're probably going to see some proxy pylons going over in this area, or maybe even up on this platform, and trying to warp in a couple of zealots just to apply some pressure there if he doesn't put the right kind of defense. And these Zerglings are going to be excellent for grabbing a little bit of early game map control, making sure what your opponent is doing, where he's going, what he's going to be able to see. Really gives the Zerg player a little bit of an edge early game. We do have the Queens coming out doing the inject larva. Not at the main though. Not yet. Not just yet. We'll get there. One step at a time though, right? Cannons are going to be doing work over here. We do have the wall in. Almost Zergling type. Just gotta put a nice zealot right there. It looks like they're already focused on getting there. This probe will do equally well. Cybernetics core just going down. Are we going to see warp gate starting as soon as that is down? I do not know, and perhaps we'll get to it. We do have a lot of gas being mined over here in the not on the natural though, and there is warp gate, so we are going to be seeing some warp gate units coming out. One thing I've been seeing a lot on the ladder lately is the people going for the quick Stargate and into Oracle Harass or the Phoenix Harass, which can be an absolute nightmare to deal with for a Zerg player. Not so much the Oracle, because we have the Queen, which is good, very good deterrent for that, but the Phoenix are just, oh my god, talk about a pain and minerals spent on making more barf sacks that fly around and just look at that. See, I told you, every time I look at them, their back is turned to me. I don't even... that one's even off the map. Jesus. Anyway, we are going to see warp gates coming down. The economy's getting on a roll here. We do have the robotics facility with a quick immortal coming out. So this might be a quick immortal build, and we might see some early pressure from Feast over here. I don't know if Nerchio is going to be prepared for this. However, immortals are fairly easily dealt with just Zerglings, just because they're so cheap and so numerous. You can get a lot of them, and you can get the surround. You can really lock them down, really impair their movement, keep them where you want them, separate them if you need them. But Sentry and Immortal, that's going to be a little bit difficult. Now I see Feast is trying to hide his Immortal right now from being seen. He doesn't want to reveal his hand yet. He's trying to maintain the element of surprise as long as he possibly can. We do have Zergling speed coming up right now, so this is going to be definitely something that's going to be beneficial for Nerchio if he tries to roll out with those Immortals. The Mothership Core is going to be able to scout unabated throughout the map, as long as he doesn't get too close to these queens and a little bit overzealous. That would be a huge pain. But he is going to be spotted by the Zergling, so at least he knows it's coming now. Ooh, the hallucinated Phoenix is going to be coming through here. Completely free unit, going to be able to spot just about everything that's going on. He's going to spot the second. Is he going to be able to make it to the third? He's going to spot he's definitely going to spot the third. And it looks like that's about where he's going to be going down there. Ooh, and he's deleted from the game. Now we do have the Mothership Core spotting that there's Zerglings only on the map right now. We didn't see, I don't think he had any other tech right now for Nerchio, who is going to be going for completely Zerglings right now, which is definitely going to be able to get shut down by these sentries, which he is getting an absolute a very large amount of sentries. But those are going to be very delicate, so if he gets in, he's going to have to be really careful with them. And if he ends up overextending himself and putting his sentries in a position where they become vulnerable, it's going to be very costly. However, they are going to be an excellent accent to these these Immortals, which are going to be. I'm looking to see. There they are. I was wondering if he was just doing some fancy drop with them or something, which would not actually be that bad of an idea. Would put them away from the Zerglings, and once the Zerglings arrive, you can just lift them right up. They can do the damage that they need to do, and then they can bounce. Which, sounds like a good deal to me. We do have the Zerglings just amassing over by the Zelnaga. I don't know if Feast is aware of this, but he does have the Zealots now to deal with it, which is going to definitely help. The Overlord just barfing all over the place, denying the third for Feast, which is going to be highly annoying, and especially since this stuff takes a little while to clean up once the Overlord's actually been killed. But we do see that the Overlords are just going down all over the place right now. I think that was actually an Overseer, so that's going to cost a little bit more. But we do have a huge rollout right now. He's got a Colossi to deal with all these Zerglings, and Nerchio is going to have to do something else, because this army is just going to tear through those Zerglings, and it's just going to be absolutely destroying them. Oh, the Stalkers are caught out of position, but he's able to get them between the gas and between the minerals. Oh my gosh. And these Zerglings are going to have to run back home and find something else to do, because they are not going to be doing any damage today, especially with this Colossi. That number of Zealots, he's putting down the forward pylon. He's going to be, it looks like we're going to see some aggression right now. He's got the observers in place to know what's going on and where the army is. The Mothership Core is able to take a couple of pot shots at these guys. He's got just on hold position right there, and we do have the army now just doing a lot of damage, and the Muta come out just in time to do a lot of damage. Oh, that's a lot of Muta. They are going to force that Colossus entirely back. The Zerglings are going to get the complete surround now that the Colossus is dead, and this is just going to be devastating. This is absolutely devastating for Feast. He's lost a lot of units, but he's able to reinforce with the Stalkers, but is it going to be enough? I don't know. That Colossus is one breath away from dying. There he goes. He could get two off, and he gets two of the most expensive units in that army right there. That was excellent excellent play, getting the quick muta, and now this entire army is, oh, just barely warped out in time. Barely warped out in time. He just saved a lot of units' lives. Those zealots are gonna be doing the whole, you know, wiping the brow. That's something else. But the stalkers are gonna be able to take out a couple of these, but the muta's number is just getting a little too high. These stalkers are gonna be getting surrounded by zerglings, and this is not good. This is not looking good for Peace. He's definitely overextended himself. There's the GG. Oh my God, a fast game. A fast game. Unbelievable. These muta just came out right in time. Teching the muta was an absolutely just critical idea right there. A critical play. There was the Spire. As soon as that engagement happened, I mean, we could actually rewind to that and just see when it was actually happening that engagement happened, and having the muta show up just in time to deal with the Colossi was absolutely crucial. Now you see here in this engagement, if he was to actually go, and there's literally nothing that these Zerglings can do to this army with that Colossi in there. I mean, that's the only thing that's really stopping it from doing the damage that it needs to do, because this is a large number of Zerglings, but there's no way that it's going to be able to do any considerable amount of damage with that Colossi in there. He's got the Stalkers, he's got the Zealots, he's got the Sentries, he's got the Immortals. This is looking up to be quite a sizable force, but there's one thing that this force lacks, and that's anti-air. And as soon as he realizes that, he gets out the muta, which just converge on this one point, and this is where it all comes apart. Look at this. The muta singled down the Colossi, the Zerglings come in, get the huge surround, they get eaten up a little bit by the Zealots, but it's just not enough. It's just not enough. The Beast is forced to retreat. The Stalker, he cannot warp in enough Stalkers, he doesn't have enough warp gates. The Immortal and the Colossi go down, losing tons of minerals, and that is a wrap. That is the end of this game, ladies and gentlemen. Excellent game. Anyway, if you like it, make sure to comment. Send me some love. Tell me what I need to know. Tell me that I need to stop casting for the rest of my days. Find another profession. That's totally fine. Subscribe. This has been Premium DLX. Over and out.